After 2.5 hours of delays this morning, the court heard of a plea deal between the Crown and the defense, and there were dozens and dozens of people inside the courtroom at the time that was announced. And this is a case that garnered a lot of attention after 35-year-old Andrew Cristillo died after being hit by a speeding vehicle in Whitchurch, Stouffville. According to an agreed statement of facts read in court today, then 18-year-old Jaywin Kurubanathan was driving his father's RAV4 after leaving Sibbald Point Provincial Park. Now, he was heading south on Highway 48. Keep in mind, the speed limit for this section of road is 80 kilometers an hour, but at one time he got as high as 136 kilometers an hour. There were times he also swerved into the northbound lanes while going south. Later on, he overtook another vehicle stopped at an intersection, and the two occupants in that car were behind him, and at one point they told officers they saw him in the wrong lane and speculated that he was going to hit someone. After going in the wrong lane yet again, Kurubanathan saw the vehicle driven by Christina Cristillo, Andrew's wife. Now, as soon as they saw each other, they both swerved to the west side of the road to avoid each other, but unfortunately crashed head-on just before 9:20 p.m. that day. Andrew died at the scene shortly after, and the couple's three daughters between the ages of 4 and 7 suffered various injuries. Now, the shocking crash was captured by surveillance video, and when it was played in the quiet courtroom, gasps could be heard, and someone let out an "oh my God," and then several people could be heard crying afterwards. Now, according to that agreed statement of facts, Kurubanathan took off from the vehicle and was found by an OPP drone laying down in a potato field about 150 meters away from the crash scene about 9 hours after it happened. 2 phones and his wallet were also found in the vehicle he was driving. When OPP caught up with him, he denied being the driver, and that's something that officers didn't believe, but they searched for another vehicle occupant anyway. He had a seatbelt mark on his shoulder and a fractured pelvis as a result of that crash. Now, outside court today, Andrew's family and friends gathered to show their support, holding up signs. They've been pushing for harsher driving penalties earlier this year. Earlier this year, Kurubanathan was involved in a separate collision hitting Ontario Premier Doug Ford's vehicle in Durham region. Ford's government tabled legislation dubbed Andrew's Law in 2025, and it's still working its way through Queen's Park. Now, the goal of that legislation is to stiffen up driving penalties. Jordan Castillo, Andrew's brother, spoke with reporters after the guilty plea, and here's more of what he had to say.
I think it's insane that someone could do what this person did. One, hit the premier going over 200 kilometers an hour, be back on the road in 30 days, then kill a father, almost kill 3 little girls and their mother. To me, maximum sentence, lifetime in prison seems to fit the crime.
So as for what comes next, Kurubanathan will be back here at Newmarket Court on June 22nd. Now, this will be a brief hearing where the judge overseeing this case, she will hear submissions about when they should get together to meet for a 2-day hearing. At that time later on this year, it's expected she will hear victim impact statements as well as submissions on what his sentence should be. Now, Kurubanathan, who is still behind bars, has been in custody since August, and throughout this appearance, he was in the prisoner's box, didn't look back, looked straight forward, was pretty quiet, and at one point, the judge had to ask him to speak up because the court reporter couldn't even hear him respond to questions. And we did try to speak with his lawyer coming out of court, but he wasn't immediately available to speak with us. So this is a story we're going to keep following here in Newmarket, and we'll have updates for you on City News later today.